Vidui, how to say Vidui? They said they
He
described
confessed?
what?
Confess?
Confession, yeah, exactly. They have to confess everything, what within me, to bring out to the surface. For example, what kind of problem I have. I see in such a way, and what's the cause of it, and how, just to analyze it, or just to bring it out on the surface. Then, priest used to take this sacrificial animal, which represents the problem, and person who brought this sacrifice has to observe what's going on with this sacrificial animal. It's like this animal represents that it's supposed to come instead of him. Uh-huh. So animal, they used to shecht it, to slaughter, to remove skin, to wash it in special vessels, and burn special parts of fats in on the sacrificial place, or sometimes they have to burn whole flesh. Also, if permitted, some parts of the animal coin or who brought this sacrifice, they supposed to eat it also. So, and also it's very important that they used to take blood from the animal and put in the four corners of the altar. If you look at this area from energy point of view, what we are supposed to do from originally, you will see that it affects very specific way on our reactions. What kind of effects it produces? You have a question?
No, well, you were pretty much gonna answer it, I think, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna start talking about it because it was just like how you're saying like it affects our reactions, like what kind of reactions are we talking about?
Remember, we spoke about yesterday, day before, that we're talking about two different languages.
Right.
There is a language what we are talking, words, but original language was not words,
Right. Okay.
but we are able to pick up information straight from the object. That our body everybody has that ability, not just psychics. Everybody, our let's say our equilibrium, our homeostasis works such a way that we are immediately reacting on any stimulation from outside, and we are reacting on it with our equilibrium. It's called homeostasis. For example, our temperature is supposed to be such a way immediately, 36 and 6 in the Celsius. Yeah. If it moves a little bit higher, lower, immediately body will start to shift itself. If it has some reactions, it's immediately temperature will rise up. So everybody's functions stays in equilibrium. We react on everything, on color, on sounds, on everything. We react with whole our body. And this is what so-called energies. Yeah, remember we took piece of bread, we move close to the body, and whole body reacts on this piece of bread. It's so all minute changes immediately will react. Our whole body reacts. And if you will, people who work with the physical body, as an osteopath, massage therapists, different acupuncturists, people immediately a lot of stuff written on that subject. That immediately you'll say that your body reacts on differently on different patients. Immediately as you touch them or you focus your mind on them, body starts to shift. All of a sudden you'll start to experience some discomforts, some emotions, some different stuff. Your body will start to react. So, it's important to understand that also it's a lot of stuff written on that subject, that people, when they start to deal with just their reactions, to bring them to equilibrium, just a therapist one that does such a thing, immediately it affects patient without even any invasive force. You don't have to do anything, just with acknowledgement, what's going on, it immediately will affect patient. And I gave you formula also, that it's when you're changing your mind just a little bit, and it affects whole your body. So
this whole thing is like a state of mind.
Everything is a state of mind. Your body is a state of mind. It's state of your information, how you deal with information. It's whole health is all about that. This is actually the difference between material perspective and spiritual perspective. That when you're changing your spiritual or mental perspective, how you look at yourself, automatically it affects in everything. We spoke when you're observing some function for example, how particles move, like in science. You look at them as a waves, or you look at them as a particles. It's up to you. Automatically, physically, through experience, you'll see that everything moved, everything is shifts from one perspective or from another, from spiritual as a wave, or from physical as a particle. It's up to you how you look at the reality, from which angle you're looking. Reality is very flexible, but it's like already some scientific knowledge already that people experience. Then when they start to deal with the patients different way, different view on them, it affects their well-being. On the physical well-being, that cancer starts to reverse itself, that bones will start to fuse much quicker, that inflammation is going away. It doesn't matter from which distance you're working with. You could be in the United States, I could be in Israel. Immediately when you start to shift your mind to such a different way, immediately it affects. I worked with the patients in a coma, where it's impossible any kind of suggestions. Immediately, blood pressure moves, temperature shifts. Right away, body immediately reacts on that. So, the idea of temple was to influence observers such a way to bring healing to bring healing to the body and to the spirit, to shift the mind. But it's the shift of the mind is not by brainwashing, because we could brainwash someone and without any changes. Because brainwash is going on in our cultural level. But the idea is to change perspective on the whole being. So, how's the mechanism, how it works within us? So we see in the temple how it worked. So they brought sacrificial animal, and they observing it with their body, what's going on. So the basic in medicine, we know the basic reactions body what produces. When we are sick, when we experience sickness, what does it mean? That our body moves away, it wants to change, to shift away from illness form, to move away to the healthy state. How does it do that? There are certain signs. We catch virus, our body has to move away from sickness. It's raising temperature. It brings fluid to the affected area. It brings blood to the affected area. The person experiences pain and stiffness. That immovable, that body wants to stick, to let it, instead of move outside movement, let it, processes going within, so it's protect itself, without moving. So anything, God forbid, broke our limb, immediately temperature starts to rise, it becomes hot, blood brings edema, we have a lot of fluid comes into it, immediately muscles will become stiff,